Hello everyone, Silent K here, and this is Touhou Lost Branch of Legend. This is a deck building game very similar to Slay the Spire that came out recently in early access. It might actually be better than Slay the Spire, especially if you're a Touhou fan. Very strong Touhou themes in this. And it is in early access, but most of the characters is done. They're just adding the final character and a couple of artworks for the cards, but it is mostly done. I've played a few runs, and the Touhou theming begins with two different loadouts for every character. We got Reimu, Marissa at level 2, Sakuya at level 4, Cirno I haven't unlocked yet at level 6, and Koishi is the final character that will be in the final version of the game. So we just need one more level to unlock Cirno. So we're going to do another Sakuya run. She's been my favorite character so far. She doesn't have a lot of defense. She's a very combo-centric character. She wants to murder the opponent before they even get a turn. So like I said, each character has two loadouts. This is her white loadout. Her spell card, deal 32 damage. Accurate means it ignores grays. Add 2 throwing knives to the hand. Throwing knives like Sakuya's main token card. You can pay 2 mana to deal 16 damage, or if you don't do anything with it, when it's discarded from the hand, it will deal 6 damage to the enemy with the least health. It is ethereal though, which means it vanishes as soon as it leaves your hand. It won't be added to your deck. And spell cards alright. The starting exhibit is pretty weak. The adds white mana to the base is just part of the package. This one adds blue mana to the base. And Sakuya cards are in the card pool, that's obvious. So the main effect is at the start of the player's first turn, each combat add 1 throwing knife plus to the hand. So that's it. You just get 1 throwing knife at the beginning of each combat. That's it. Like I said, it's ethereal, so that's the 1 throwing knife you're gonna get. As soon as it leaves your hand, it's gone. So that seems pretty weak. For starting deck, everything up to the last card is all generic stuff that every character has. So her loadout specific card is bouncing knives. Deal 10 damage, add 1 throwing knife to the hand. Pretty basic. This loadout is pretty fun though. Spell card, Zawaldo. When the turn ends, take an extra turn. This is the only spell card so far that costs 120 instead of 100. So it takes a little bit extra time to charge up, but it is super powerful. And her starting exhibit, during the first 3 turns of each combat, draw 1 more card. So you get 3 extra cards at the beginning of every combat. Pretty good. And she actually gets 2 unique cards for her starting deck. Sight of Distant Blade, deal 16 damage, draw a card. For 4 mana, that's pretty expensive, but whenever you draw it, the cost goes down by 1. The cost of colored mana does not get reduced, it's only the colorless. So at minimum, this is 2 mana. For deal 16 damage, draw 1 card. Pretty decent. And every card has an upgrade. So it loses a blue mana. So at the cheapest, this is 1 blue mana. Pretty good. And then Private Vision, discard a card, gain 1 grays. It's alright. But like I said, Sakuya is not very defense oriented, so oftentimes you don't even need the grays. But she does have a lot of discard effects because the throwing knives, you can discard them that way as well to also deal damage. So a lot of discard effects. Each character also has different starting life and starting money. Not that that makes a huge difference, but Reimu is poor obviously, so we're gonna go with the rich Sakuya. Blue loadout. And I did normal, so we should be able to play hard, and there's a lunatic mode. And we also have requests. These are just like extra challenges. Aaron's pills are half as effective. Maximum life is reduced by 10. I'm not going to play with those for now. There's also an option here to not tell you what you're going to get with the different options in the game. I'm all set with that. I like seeing what I'm going to get. There is a prologue, but I'm not going to play it. Basically, there's a stick that's really special, and there was a big exhibit to show everyone, and then it got stolen. So we're off to find the thief. Aiden, I'll help as much as I can, Sakuya. This is like that big whale in Slay the Spire that gives you stuff. Feel free to take anything you need. Free money! Lose starting exhibit and gain a random shining exhibit. Shining exhibits are the ones that give you mana. So like this one gives you the blue mana. So even though you lose the blue mana, you will get mana back. But I just really hate the sound of that, a random starting exhibit. Never know what you're gonna get. Lose all money, gain a random rare exhibit. That sounds kind of crap. Choose a card from the library to transform. Or we can just take money. Might as well just transform one of the crappy cards. Gain 5 block, who needs it? Sure, gamble, that's a nice card! Check this out. Pay 5 mana, gain all the mana. Exile, so you can only play it once. But you upgrade it and you can retain it. That means it stays in your hand until you play it. So you just basically have free mana whenever you want it. Insane. You do only have 3 colored mana. These are Philosopher's mana, which means they can be used for any color. So that does really limit what you can play. You can basically only play 3 cards unless it's knives, which don't have any colored component. But super good, especially when you have an extra turn and tons of extra mana. Insane. And she also gives you pills. I don't know why you're taking pills from random people. Don't take pills from random people, kids. Gain 200p, that charges up your spell card. Or gain 20 maximum life. We don't need life, we're playing Sakuya. Give me that power, lady. Time to resolve the incident. Alright, Slay the Spire, you already know it. Basic enemies, events, shops, gaps. This is where you upgrade cards. I think it was the Forge in Slay the Spire. Elite enemies, and there's these like fixed encounters every once in a while. And then we have the boss. So what do we want? We have some money with Sakuya, so we could go to a shop, or we could go to a free upgrade. We need to upgrade that mana card pretty quickly. I don't know. We'll do this so we can go to an event. Alright, so incoming damage. This is actually not as reliable as Slay the Spire. Like when it has a multiple here, you're definitely going to get hit twice for 9. But sometimes it'll show a single number and you'll still get hit multiple times. Which really matters when it comes to grazing. But grazing is an effect that basically nullifies one shot of damage. So it might look like one shot is incoming, but then you get multiple shots and it really messes with the math. But yeah. So we don't have any defense, but we do have card draw. Gain 5 block. Oh, now we get all the block. Deal 5 damage, deal 10 damage. Do we have a lethal? 16, 26, yeah. Bam. I'm not a fan of the attack animation for Poker Shot. It's just shooting cards. Sakuya is all about knives. At least as far as I know. I'm not a huge Sakuya fan. Yomu's my girl, and Yomu's not in the game, so that sucks. Fortress of Silver. Discard 3 cards, add that many throwing knives to your hand. It's alright, but my last one I barely ever got to play it. It loses exile, so you can play it multiple times, but I barely ever played it anyway, so the exile isn't really that much of a hindrance. Time Magic is one that I only played a couple times. Time Pulse is an interesting effect. At the end of the turn, it will deal this amount of damage, and then this amount will be reduced by how many enemies it hits. So if there's only one enemy, it'll hit for 5, and then 4, and then 3, and then 2. If there's 3 enemies, it'll hit for 5, and then 2, and then it'll be gone. Yokai Study I haven't seen before. Gain 12 block, Debut means it only affects the first turn you play it. Choose one of 3 blue and or white cards to add to the hand. That doesn't sound very good. Usually these choose one of 3 cards makes the card free. So they're usually pretty good. Choose one of 5. It does lose the color component. It makes it a lot more playable. We'll try Fortress of Silver again. Graze. So yeah, this means they can't take damage the first time you try to hit them unless you use an accurate card. I got 14 incoming. We can block all of that. Deal a couple damage. This game does a lot of status card effects, like a lot. So they just put these cards in my deck. 1 mana exile. So it's basically a dead draw. Discard 3 cards, add that many throwing knives in hand. Maybe. I can just graze this. I could have used the knife instead of the graze. Oh well. $13 damage. And you're done, son. Lunar Cycle. Gain 14 block, draw a card. When drawn, it costs 1 less, so this is like the defense version of that attack card that I have. Vampire Huntress. Deal 18 damage if the target is a vampire. Has vampire. Deal 3 times as much damage. I've like never seen vampire effect, so I really don't know why this is a card. I mean, I have seen the effect on like 1 or 2 cards, but I've never seen it like in actual gameplay. And then Yokai Study again. None of these cards are particularly good, but I like to try to draw a card every single time just for fun. Alright, we'll skip. I hate skipping. Out of my way. I don't think I've ever seen this event yet. Sakuya sees a dusk yokai speeding towards her. Lose 22 life, gain $150, gain 38p. I'll take $150. We're gonna head to the shop. Ouch, do you even know how to drive? So sorry. This is for the medical expenses. Alright. We lost some health, but we don't need it. Where's Sakuya? Bam! First job, upgrade that card. So it gets retain. Other than that, it's the same thing. But now we can hold it into our hand for as long as we want until we need it. So tools are like the potions, except they're way less useful. In Slay the Spire, your potions stay here and you can pop them whenever you want. These are actual cards that go into your deck. Tools always have replenish, which means they redraw a new card. So it doesn't actually cost a card draw. And I think they're all free, so you don't have to spend mana. There are some that do cost mana, but I don't think they're the kind that you get in the shops. I think you get them from events. But the effects are usually pretty weak and you have to draw it first, so it has to be in your hand before you can use it, which is completely contrary to how potions work in Slay the Spire. So I never really use tools. And the exhibits are usually pretty expensive for what they are. But what do we got? Wolf Tengu Shield. When Sakuya plays a defense card for the first time, gain 2 temporary firepower. That raises your attack for a single turn. Beer. At the start of Sakuya's first turn, gain 3 temporary firepower and add 1 Tipsy. Tipsy is a retained card, 3 temporary firepower, so you get it twice. At the start of each combat, gain 1 amulet, which nullifies an incoming debuff. That's actually not bad. Luminous Ricochet. Deal 8 damage to each enemy 2 times, add 1 throwing knife to the discard pile. This one's pretty good. Nice AoE attack. And then you get 2 knives and 10 damage 2 times. Vampire Huntress again. Winter Resolution, 12 block, 1 throwing knife, kinda useless. Stone Stacking, 12 block, permanently increase stone stacking's block by 2. Permanently? As in, even outside of combat? I haven't seen this card before. Permanently increase stone stacking's block by 3. And it only costs 2 mana? That's kind of sick. Too bad we're playing Sakuya and we don't need it. Ship's Phantom. I haven't seen this one before either. When discarded or exiled, gain 2 blue mana. So a dead draw unless you have a discard effect. Jack the Ludo Bile. This is a super good ability. At the start of Sakuya's turn, gain 3 Time Pulse. And you can upgrade it to have 4 Time Pulse? Yeah. So if you're only up against like 1 enemy, you get 3 Time Pulse the first turn, and then it gets reduced by 1 to 2, and then plus 3 to 5. It just keeps going up and up. Insane. Starry Sword Dance is a good one too. At the start of Sakuya's turn, add 1 throwing knife to the hand. Both of these are good. We can afford both of them. And we can afford this one too. Cha-ching! Grab them all. I'm glad I got hit by that car. Sakuya noticed that a number of attendees are also looking for the culprit just like her. Who do you think might have included as culprit? Choose your opponent. I don't really get the point of this, because if you don't choose one you get 30p, which is just like, who cares who you fight? I'm not even sure if this is random yet, because every single time I picked a random opponent when playing as other characters, I always got Sakuya. And last time I played as Sakuya, I got Reimu. How much you want to bet we get Reimu again? Cirno! Okay, it is random. And we're fully charged. 2 charges of our watch. Sakuya decides to exit the bamboo forest. Alright. We're broke, so there's no point in going to a shop. We can go to a Gap. We can go to a Gap and a random encounter or an elite. Elites can be pretty tough. Let's go hit up an elite. Game Girl Advance is the best portable console. I won't let you badmouth Nintendo. A company that can't even understand the concept of the metaverse. It's as lousy as your exposition. I have no idea why they're fighting over, but if they continue to fight, the thief might use the chaos to get away. Help Kaguya lose 15 life and gain exhibit Kinkakuji Amulet. Whenever the player gains a debuff for the first time, gain 10 barrier. Not super good. Lose 7 life, gain lighter. Lighter's not too bad. When the player deals attack damage for the first time, apply 1 vulnerable, which means they take 50% more damage, which considering Sakuya's build is like death by 1,000 cuts, lighter is super good. With most characters you can only play a couple of attacks per turn, so it only affects like maybe 1 or 2 cards. But Sakuya can do like 30 cards a turn. So lighter is super good. Stop it, please. I read on Contemporary Management that the Moneyverse can empower traditional exhibitions. Sakuya tries to separate them with force. In the mess, Smoku gradually gets the upper hand. This isn't over. Seems Sakuya thinks so too. As one of my people, I'll give you this souvenir as thanks. Why do you have a lighter, kid? Ghost Lady, cough cough. These guys deal damage when they die, or they detonate. And Deathly Pale, when Sick Girl is defeated, Sakuya gains 2 vulnerable. We got 6 damage incoming. We got quite a while till the boss, so we can pop a spell card if we need to. 16 damage to enemies. Oh, and when it comes to playing mana, if you want to like manually set your mana, you can click it over here. So we can pop the watch, get 2 turns. That'll definitely kill stuff with Jack the Ludo. Let's do it! We're gonna take some damage from these things, so we need to pile up some block. We didn't draw any block. We've got 1 graze. We're not going to be playing this, I don't think. Is it worth more damage? Alright, fine. Alright. So we could kill one of these, but that would clear our graze. So we want to take this 12 damage on the graze. This is actually going to kill something since it's in my hand. God damn it. Okay, so then we kill this and we take the graze on that. Yeah. I don't know what I'm thinking. There we go. Graze that shot, and then we try to defend against this next turn. Oh, I forgot about the time pulse. Good thing that didn't kill it. Sakuya, stop killing things! We need to defend. There we go. Private square. At the end of the turn... Oh, end of the turn. Then take an extra turn. When drawn, private square costs 1 less this combat. 9 mana, end the turn and take an extra turn. You have to draw this 6 times to get it down to 3 mana. Upgraded, it costs 2 less each time, so you only need 3 turns before it becomes 3 mana.
Ding dong!
But it's like 3 dead draws until then. You can't really play it for 5 mana, because then it's like do nothing and then get an extra turn. It's really pointless. Tea Brewing, draw 3 cards. Debut, gain 3 life. Tea Brewing costs 1 less blue mana this combat. Pretty good. Need some card draw. Great Tengu's Decree is super good though. Deal 12 damage. Whenever that enemy takes attack damage, Sakuya gains 3 block. So against long-standing enemies like bosses, this thing gets you so much block. But it's not super important. Card draw is super good. Gap. We should probably heal. We do have an elite coming up. I hate healing with Sakuya though. She doesn't need it. That doesn't need to be upgraded. Jack the Little Bile is nice to upgrade, but not super important. This one gives you an extra throwing knife, and it reduces the cost. Draw 4 cards, gain 4 life. That's pretty good. This one's 2 throwing knives and some extra damage. That one's just a mana reduction. So I got a couple that are pretty good to upgrade, a couple that are okay to upgrade. I guess if we get in a real pinch, we can pop the watch. I really like the extra time pulse. That means you gain time pulse even if you're fighting 3 enemies. Because 3 times pulse against 3 enemies means you always have a wash. The truth behind today's disturbance at Ente, brought to you by Bunbunmaru newspaper. We got Sure Gamble, comboed with the watch, it's pretty good. Start with some card draw. Fortress of Silver, pretty good. Whoop, missed the card. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy. Just a dead draw, basically. Tea brewing. Oops. There's too many good cards to play. Jack the Ludo. 10 block. 1 mana left. Discard a card, gain 1 graze. That'll nullify almost everything. Poker shot. $20 damage incoming. Cannot be grazed. $10 damage, no card draw. Do we pop it? Got 15 block, no card draw. Alright, she's just gonna do some status cards. We got 2 dead draws, yay. No 2 blue mana. $20 damage incoming. 16 damage plus 16 damage, 32. Plus 10 from the time pulse. Can we play all this? 3, 4, 5? We can play it all. Right? Yeah. You're dead, son. Nope. She had graze? Did she have graze? I didn't know she had graze. God damn it. Such a waste. We got an exhibit though, Ultramarine Orb Elixir. The next time the player would be defeated, heal to maximum life instead. This effect only works once. After this exhibit has taken effect, the player's maximum life is reduced by 50%. And at the start of combat, gain 2 firepower. So now we can't die. Dazzling Dash. This card sucks, I think. Is this the one that keeps coming up? Yeah, gain 2 firepower. When drawn, if Dazzling Dash is the only card in the hand, its effects are doubled. This applies until it leaves the hand. So abilities you can only play once. That's like my Time Pulse card. So all it does is give you 2 firepower, or 3, or double if you draw it when it's the only card in your hand, which is basically never going to happen. Really lame. I don't understand it. Private Vision, not so useful. Great Tengu's Degree. This one's pretty good though. Reisen Supply. These are always pretty good artifacts. Thank you for your hard work. Master told me to provide you some supplies. She almost always has high-tech glasses. It only gives you 25% more money. Magic Guidebook. When acquired, choose 1 of 3 random neutral rare cards to add to the library. Neutral rare cards? That doesn't sound very good. That's like a basic card choice at the end of a battle. Why would I want that? It contains very deep knowledge of magic. I'll just take free money. Would you like to pursue the culprit with me? Well, I already sent some rabbits to handle it. That's a lie, they're all on vacation and none of them will take my calls. Alright, what do we got? We got Shop, we got Gap. These are all elites. I only have 30 health. So I could heal at a Gap, but then I'd have to fight an elite. Yomo! It's Yomo! Yuyuko-sama wanted to try cuisine she had never tasted before. I'm not very confident, so I prepared 2. Miss Sakuya, could you do a taste test for me before I deliver them to Yuyuko-sama? Tri-Color Dango. Transform 1 card into an upgraded multicolor card. Interesting. Sardinia Mooncake. Gain exhibit Sardinia Mooncake and gain Misfortune Creeping Hunger. So I gain at the start of your turn, upgrade 1 random card in hand until the end of combat. Prioritizes multicolored cards. But then I gain Creeping Hunger while in hand whenever the player plays a card, lose 1 life. Unplayable. But it can be removed from the deck at a shop. Kinda lame. It's not super good. Transform 1 card into an upgraded multicolor card. I hate random cards. Let me have a dango. Fluffy glutinous rice wrapped with sweet and sour cream fused with fruit pieces. What an innovative combination. Yeah, you can have 5 damage, 5 block. Sure. What did I get? I didn't even notice. Not the yokai study. I mean, I guess that's not the worst card. It is upgraded, so it doesn't have the color component. Gain 16 block. Choose 1 of 5 blue and or white cards to add to the hand. But it's not free. I think this dango represents the future of all dango. Thanks for the compliment. Yomo! I never got to see it before. I'm so happy. Oh god. I'm screwed. Where's my luminous ricochet? You're all dead! What else do I play? Jack the Ludo? Too slow. This is the only one that's gonna live. I'm gonna have 16 damage, so it needs another 16 damage. Which I have, but I don't have the mana for it. But he's not going to attack this turn. Gains 8 block after being attacked, but this is 2 attacks, so that means they're not going to die. Damn it! Gain 10 block. Nice. Best draw. Unless it was that other block card I have. I don't remember what that one cost though. Ow. Frail. Sure, gamble. Well, Fortress of Silver can kill this guy. So we only need a little bit of block after that. You die now. Got him. Alright, now where's my freaking AoE card? Use 1 of 5 cards. Water Plate. This is a weird card. Deals 6 damage. When Water Plate enters the hand, add a copy of it to the hand. Actually, that might be useful right now. It doesn't say when drawn, it says when it enters the hand, so I should get a copy even if I pick it now. So that's 12 free damage. Lost in Paradise. Choose a card in the hand, add 1 copy of it to the hand. That's not going to be very useful considering my mana situation. Deja Vu, place up to 1 card from the hand on top of the draw pile and draw a card. I don't understand the point. Gain 20 block. Ethereal. That might be useful. Dangerous Illusionist. Whenever a throwing knife is activated, gain 1 time pulse. Way too slow. How much damage am I looking at? 12 plus 7? 19? I guess 20 block would be useful right about now. Although I got 16s from this card, so I don't really need it. If I kill one thing. So I got 12 damage. The weakest thing here is this, 21. So 12... 19... 23. Assuming I don't get screwed over on the copy. I need that copy. There we go. Oh, it went down. I'm weakened. God damn it. I can't kill it. This is a terrible idea. Ow. 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 Now you show up. Oh, it doesn't activate until the second shot. I could have played it from the first round. You're all dead. I don't have any damage dealing cards. That's a free kill. Don't even need it. That was terrible. I could have done so much better. I didn't know their puff ability activated after the 2 shots. It sounds like it activates after the first one. Guard up. Gain 18 block. Block is not lost at the start of Sakuya's next turn. Short break. Add a rainbow to the hand. End Sakuya's turn. And rainbow is gain 2 Philosopher's mana and retain. So you basically end your turn and spend 1 mana to gain 2 mana at some other turn. And the upgraded version doesn't end the turn. So I mean, you'd play it at the end of the turn anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But kind of weird. And Mito no Mutsukune, deal 14 damage, discard up to 1 card, then draw that many cards. I think this loses color component, yeah. And then discard up to 2 cards. Not a bad card. Deal some damage, draw some cards, shoot some knives, it's all good. Then we go to the Gappy Gap, which we should probably heal. I have so many cards I want to upgrade though. Sakuya doesn't even need to heal. It feels so wrong. That's a cute ultramarine Orbelix you got there, sis. I really want it. Over my dead body, which won't be dead for long because I have a ultramarine Orbelixer. Yeah. Jack to Ludo. She's gonna summon a bunch of spirit thingies so we can get our stuff going. A lot of revenge damage coming in. A lot of regular damage coming in too. Rin intends to detonate one of the enemies with the least life. But does she act first and detonate it before it attacks or after it attacks? Probably after it attacks. So we're looking at 1428 damage. That's a lot of damage. We got a lot of block. Do we sure gamble? That'll only leave us with our 3 colored mana. And I want to play this. So I can only play this in a block. Not really enough. Ow. Okay, that hurt a bit. And now we're looking at all the damage. 28 again. Block. Pretty good being colorless. That makes sure gamble better. So for my 3 mana, probably Mito and Luminous. I need to block some. Play Yokai Study first. See what we get. Time Magic, gain 3 time pulse, deal 10 damage. We need something that doesn't have color component though. Peak Perfection, when discarded or exiled, draw 2 cards. Am I even gonna discard? I was planning on playing Mito. Unless I have something better than one of these. At the start of Sakuya's turn, scry 2. Whenever a defense card is sent to this card pile, gain 5. Lame. Draw cards, lame. Deal 12 damage, draw a card. Trick Bullet is actually a pretty decent card, but I can't deal with the color cost right now. Alright, we'll take this. We're gonna discard cards anyway. Why did I just draw like 3 cards? Oh yeah, because the other ones draw 2 cards when discarded. That's the whole point I picked it. I'm an idiot. Alright. Luminous Ricochet. And then we have 2 more for a throwing knife. Yeah. That's gonna deal 16 damage. Kill this. It's not gonna kill this. So we're gonna get 7. 7 plus 8 plus 14. 29. So we need 10 more. We're also gonna get some block from hitting her. Alright, play a little slow. Not a scratch. You only have 7 damage incoming, and she's gonna try to resummon. Card, gain breeze. Not super useful, but it is cheaper than playing a block. And then I can throwing knife for 16. Weakened. Deal 11 and 7. Do these things explode when they die? At the end of combat? She's got a spell card ready. I don't even know how that works. No damage, good. Wasn't 100% sure. Sunflower. Every 12 turns at the start of turns 5 through 9 gain 2 green mana. 5 through 9, every 12 turns. So the first 4 turns nothing, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 5 turns bonus mana. And then 10, 11, 12, no bonus mana. That is weird. I'll take free mana though. Another short break. Channeling magic. Exile up to 2 cards in the hand. Add that many throwing knives to the hand. Exile cards. Yeesh. Why? Trumpet solo is interesting. You spend 2 yellow mana. 2 white mana, whatever. Gain 2 Philosopher's mana. Draw 3 cards. Add 1 Refracted Sunlight to the discard pile. At the end of the turn, take 5 damage. Unplayable, ethereal. So it's ethereal, so you only take the 5 damage once. So it's like a dead draw, take 5 damage. But it doesn't cost anything, and it draws 3 cards. I'll take it. We got a gap and then Cirno boss. I've never fought Cirno before. We only have 24 health. I want to upgrade cards so badly. I am playing on hard though. Bing! Dialogue work in progress. Please look forward to the story mode update. Did you steal the jeweled branch? What's a jeweled branch? End of conversation. Dialogue is a work in progress. 7 times 3. 21 damage. I don't have anything charged up. I expect to have at least 1 charge by now. Crap. Maybe you gain less P when you're in hard mode. Might as well take the card draw. More card draw. This one doesn't pay for itself though. We could sure gamble, but we have like so much colored mana in our hand. We have more colored mana if we don't use sure gamble. Card draw not so useful right now. Get Jack the Ludo started, but we don't have anything to block with. something good. I can only play one thing. Apply 2 weak is pretty good. Gain mana. Now we're only looking at 15 damage, which we're already blocking. Nice, nice. Handled. Mana freeze, 8 damage. Great Tengu Decree. If we play Shirt Gamble, then we can only play one more colored mana. Luminous Ricochet. Gets a knife going. Doesn't really do much else though. Doesn't really get us enough block to cover the damage though. It only gets a 6 block. So maybe I just play Great Tengu and block. I guess so. Alright. What does Cirno's cards do? Did I draw one? No. Mana freeze. If there is a mana freeze in the hand, all cards cost 1 more to play. After one card is played, exile a mana freeze in the hand. Whoops. So if you draw 2, then you have to play 2 cards to get rid of them both. And if you have 2s and they cost 2 mana. 14 damage incoming. Spell card in 2 turns. Trumpet solo. God damn you, mana freeze. Fuck. Wasn't even thinking about it. Can't even play Shirt Gamble now. Huh. Screw you, Cirno. Jack the Ludo or Knives? Jack the Ludo is better than Knives, maybe. Add one throwing knife to the hand, which combos with Shirt Gamble a little bit. Yeah, this is worth 6 damage every turn. Jack the Ludo is slower. Spell card in 1 turn. 21 damage incoming. $26 damage incoming. So Shirt Gamble. Draw cards. Deal 10 damage and draw a card. We can actually discard this and then not take that damage. Time suppression would be really nice right about now. Mana freeze would not be nice right about now. No mana freeze, nice. Didn't get the card I wanted though. Got 10 block plus 10 block. And then a lot of colorless. Only 1 knife to play though. Damage spell card, mana freeze. We got time suppression. Fractured sunlight again. This This is ethereal. How did it get back in my hand? Oh, I got the free mono. Damage. Oh man. Cool. Lily firepower. That's just regular firepower? Okay. Ice barrier. Oh, this is the Lily White's announcement. Cirno's actions are more powerful, the strongest. She's not actually going to do anything though. We can get Jack the Ludo going. We can get Fortress of Silver. Play this. And then Fortress of Silver. Mana freeze, 13 damage incoming. We can graze it. Plant. Trumpet solo. Draw 2 cards. Draw like 7 cards, I don't know why. Who's counting? Oh, throwing knives have replenished. Alright. Let's see. Might as well just graze. Do we brew some tea? I don't think we need that many cards. Focus shot. 2 mono left. We got the graze for the attack, and we got some block for the refracted. So we're all good. We got 10 damage. We'll play this for 16. Blah, blah, blah. 3 mana freezes. Wasn't it just 2 the first time? 15 damage incoming. We got Yokai Study. And we got bonus mono. So much block. I want damage. Give me damage. I can't block everything. 3 hits, that's 9 plus 6, 15. Yeah, that'll block everything. $24 damage incoming. And that's with weak. Alright, we got Yokai Study. I think our flower is gonna run out, yes. Alright, we got 26 block. We also have a graze, but that doesn't really work against a 4-hit combo. No card draw. 27 damage spell card. And we just got mana frozen. And our flower ran out. That was some bad timing. Time suppression? Oh shoot. 19 damage, no graze, no nothing. More mana freeze. And still nothing to block with. Huh. What? What poison? What poison? Remove Sakuya's poison. Am I supposed to be poisoned right now? I don't get it. Larva's wings. When Sakuya deals attack damage to Cirno, she gains 1 poison. Oh! Well, you're dead. Ooh boy, not too bad. Alright, so these are shining exhibits. They always give you mana. So we got Great Tengu's Barley Rice. The left one is usually like one of your base mana, and this one's usually related to the boss you just fought. And then this one's like a third one that's always different than the first two. So we got Great Tengu's Barley Rice. Adds white to the mana base. After each combat the player gains 20p. So faster spell card charging. Adds blue, which I already have 3 of. Cards unique to Cirno are added to the card pool. At the start of the player's first turn, gain 1 Glacier to the hand. Apply Cold. Exile, Retain. I don't even know what the cold effect is, and you can't get a tooltip on it. Zener cards adds black to the mana base. After the player activates their spell card, lose 1 life and draw 5 cards. It's pretty powerful with Sakuya. 1 life is nothing. But black has no synergy. I haven't actually done any mixed character decks. I've been avoiding picking this one for that very reason. That way I have something to look forward to when I play more. This one's kind of lame though. I do have dual yellow, but I think this upgrades to 1 yellow. Yeah. This is dual yellow. So I don't technically have any dual yellow. This one refunds itself and this one upgrades to 1 yellow. So I could take the black. You don't pop your spell card that often though, but it is super useful when you do. Alright, we'll pick the weird one. Perfect Servant. For each 2 white spent at the start of Sakuya's next turn, each card in the hand temporarily costs 1 less random mana. For each blue spent at the start of Sakuya's next turn, gain Philosopher's mana and draw an extra card. Weird. So at minimum you pay 2 yellow, 1 blue, and you get each card in the hand costs 1 less mana. And at the start of Sakuya's next turn, gain 1 extra mana and draw 1 extra card at minimum. But it's so slow. It's like spend 3 colored mana to have a better turn next turn. That sounds awful. Ability, Silver Dimension. After an attack card is activated, gain 1 barrier. I really don't need that. That's basically a worse Tengu. And it costs 2 yellow. Ugh. Let me guess, 2 barrier? Yeah, doesn't even get a mana reduction. 5 mana. At the end of Sakuya's turn, add 1 false moon to the draw pile. Ethereal. What's the point of an ethereal ability? Like, if you don't spend 5 mana immediately, you lose it? That's terrible. At the end of Sakuya's turn, add 1 false moon to the draw pile. False moon, 1 blue mana. Choose a card in the hand, add 1 copy of it to the hand. It temporarily costs 0 and has exile and ethereal. If the target card is an ability card or has exile, it becomes a copy. If the target card is an ability card or has exile, it becomes a copy. What do you mean it becomes a copy? They're all copies. Choose a card in the hand, add 1 copy of it. And it has exile and ethereal. If the target card is an ability card or has exile, it becomes a copy. The target card becomes a copy? I don't understand the point. You can't even use, you can't stack abilities. You can only use 1 of each ability, so why would you copy an ability to begin with? At the end of Sakuya's turn, add 1 false moon to the draw pile. So you get these like in your deck, like a lot of them. And then you draw it. And then you choose a card, add 1 copy, and it temporarily costs 0. So I mean, it is huge mana reduction. You can reduce the cost of any card to 1 blue mana. It's just very weird, and it costs freaking 5 to play it. It doesn't even get a mana reduction. At the end of Sakuya's turn, add 1 false moon to the draw pile. Add 1 false moon to the draw pile. So you get 1 free false moon for upgrading it. That seems so weird. All these cards are terrible and weird and slow though. Yeesh. And this is supposed to be the good pick where you get like the yellow cards, the legendaries. I don't know. I don't feel any of these cards. After an attack card is activated. Why activated? Oh, so it works on your knives too? Even if they're discarded? I don't know. I'd take it if I didn't have the cards I already have. Alright, on to Act 2. But that'll do it for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Please tune in again next time.